Hello there, stranger. It's almost Christmas, so I was thinking what to create for the Christmas season. So one of ideas was this lantern powered by a single tea light. And yeah, if you want to learn how to do it yourself, let's do it together in this video, where I'll be designing it in Fusion 360 and printing it, and at the end assembling it as well. So if you are up for it and want to know how to do it, join me and let's start. Let's start designing it. Let's go. Okay guys, let's get into it. First, let's start with saving a file so we don't lose any progress. It happens. Fusion crashes sometimes, and yeah, it happened to me before too many times. Okay, we don't want that, so let's save it. Christmas lantern. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's start with first sketch. Whoop. Let's do the base first, which is gonna be 100 by 100 millimeters this time. 100 by 100. That is gonna be our base. Alright, before we proceed, let's offset already the wall. 3 millimeters, it should do, I'd say. Perfect. Now let's extrude this one. Good, let's extrude both of them. 2 millimeters. That's gonna be the bottom of the base. Yeah, 2 will do. Now let's sketch in our walls. No, not the walls. Sorry, the columns. For the columns in every corner. Okay. 20 by 20 millimeters. Should be grand. Now, that's quite big, but we're not gonna leave it as a big square. I promise. We're gonna make it look nicer. You can actually do it right now from here. No, that's probably the wrong way to do it. Let's because that's a bit too big. Okay, 10 by 10. Like that. Now, this is gonna be our bottom wall all around the lantern. It's outside, so we're gonna need to reference that and project here, make it easier for us, because we need to make slots as well for our kind of diffuser tiles that we're gonna add on every side, so it's not completely see-through the lantern. So leave that for now. Now let's put the top here. Let's make the slot. So 2 millimeter on each side probably should do. Maybe that's a bit, maybe 3. Maybe 1.5 wide, and right back to it like that. Now let's do on the, need to do the same on this side as well. There's 3, 1.5, and back there. That looks good. Okay. Now, one corner is done. Let's apply it to all 4 corners, the same thing. So let's copy the whole sketch what we did. Let's mark it, highlight it. Now create a circular pattern. We're gonna be using that a lot this time, just to, so we don't have to redo all the 4 corners. We just make one and then do a circular pattern and choose this, the middle point as the center point here, and yeah, that will do, give us a circular pattern. Just we need not 3 but 4 instead. And see, it applies beautifully to all 4 corners evenly. Nice. Press enter. Nice. Sketch is done. Now we can start extruding. We need to extrude all this part. Let's 120 mils. Right. That looks nice. Looks alright. Center. Now these walls already, we did the offset at the start. Now we're gonna use it. Okay, we can actually extrude from here, I suppose, up. It'll be easier. And now we want 2 millimeters is the base thickness, and then add 5 millimeters more to the up. That looks good, just not the cut operation, the join. And yeah, that looks good. Let's enter. Perfect. So it's the same thickness as our slits here for sliding in tiles. Right, that looks good. Let's add the base a bit wider, because we don't want our lantern to look like a complete cube. Okay. 120 by 120 should do. 2 centimeters on each side. And I can extrude that like that, like so. Not 10. We want it to be same level as this tiny wall up there. 7. That will do. Okay, now we can fillet the sharp corners. Make it less sharp, but nobody likes sharp edges. Sharp edge is not cozy at all. Now, that looks good to me. Nice. Now, yeah, that looks good. The columns are still too blocky for our liking, so let's start the sketch on top of this column. Make a little bit more detailed the column, make it look better. Okay, yeah, let's start the sketch. Now, let's do an ellipse function. So choose middle point. Okay, we can do 4 maybe by 15. How's that look? That looks good. We can do the same on the other side. Right, here 4 by 15 ellipse there. Now we need to apply the same to all 4 corners again. So again, circular pattern. Let's mark these two, select them, choose the middle point again, and quantity is 4. So we apply it to all 4 corners. Now we can extrude down from here, all 4 corners. Let's say probably to here. Now let's check. Now it should cut through. That's what we want, cut function. Perfect, like that. And our columns look much better already. Not as plain as and square as before. I'm happy with that now. Alright, yeah. Okay, let's do the sides now. Let's do the window arches on the side. Now, I'm gonna start sketch again on the side here. Yeah, like so. And let's sketch the line on top, because we need reference for where our top is, the very top, so we can adjust the height of our window frame. Okay, how I'm gonna do it, gonna insert the image I found. It's a regular PNG, just a regular plain image, not SVG this time, and we're gonna trace it after. Just need as a stencil, as a canvas. Okay, let's find our file. Yeah, it's right here. Good, let's insert it on here. Let's scale it up to the size we need. Now, right, maybe a bit more, a bit bigger. Yeah, that kind of aligns to the sides evenly. Okay, maybe -0.5. Just don't want it to go too high up. Maybe even 4. That looks good. Yeah, and that's gonna be our frame around our lantern. Besides just looking good, as here, it's gonna support our columns on all 4 corners, so they don't travel around and it's gonna make the fitting the top so much easier, because otherwise, so if it prints up all the columns, they might just move slightly to whichever side, and then the fitting is not perfect, and the frame is gonna keep the columns just in the place where they should be. Alright, can start sketching our frame. Yeah, let's do another sketch right here. And let's start tracing it over with the spline function. I'm gonna probably fast forward this part. Not so fun. It's gonna take a while, so enjoy the fast forward. Alright, before that, see, it won't. Let's project this column as well, so we can finish our geometry on it. Okay, I like how that looks. Right, bit off. The green lights. Okay, we do only half, and then we do mirror function. Okie dokie. We do a middle line before, so we have reference line in the middle. Right. Now, like so. It's in the middle. Like so. Need the reference line on the bottom as well. For the columns right here, for the frame, let's offset this one. -3. Now, when the half is done, can create our mirror function, so our frame is all symmetrical. Now, that's half of the frame. Now, let's mirror it to the other half. That looks good. Let's untoggle constraints. Now, that looks good. We can extrude it, and we want to match this thickness here, so that's gonna be 3 millimeters, just -3 on the other side. That looks good to me. It's interesting how made the canvas in the middle. We still copied there. Right. That looks good. Don't need to see the canvas anymore, or that sketch. Now that's one side done. Now we need to do another circular pattern to apply to all 4 sides of our lantern. So let's choose the circular pattern again up here, and instead of in the sketch, now it offers to choose bodies, faces, features, and components, and we need the feature, which was extrusion, here, and it marks the one we extruded. And select axes to rotate on, and we need 4 again, and then it's gonna apply to all 4 sides evenly, like so. Just press OK, and there, all 4 sides are done. That looks good already to me. Now let's let's make the hole for the tea light at the bottom, I say, next. Okay, let's do another sketch on the bottom. We need a circle for tea light. Now the tea light I use is 37 millimeters wide, but I'm gonna make 38. Allow tolerance for 1 millimeter on each side. 1.5 millimeter on each side, I mean. And that's gonna give us nice and tight fit, where we need so the tea light don't rattle around, don't fall out. It's gonna stay snug in place. Okay, let's cut through a hole. That's a hole for a tea light, but it's not finished yet because the tea light wouldn't stay in like that. So let's go back. Actually, I did the sketch we made here. You can offset it on the inside 2 millimeters, like so. You can finish the sketch and then toggle it visible. Now let's extrude 1 millimeter up, because if we set in the tea light, it needs kind of bottom lip so it don't fall all the way through. That's why we need this kind of lip. Now the hole gonna grant us access tea light for the switch and easy change of battery, so we don't have to take out the tea light all the time to switch it on and off. We can just do it easily from the bottom. Okay, now we need another wall to make it more secure inside here, so I'm gonna make another sketch, but kinda inside the lantern. Then we can project the sketch we made here, offset it by 2 millimeters again, and extrude it upwards. 4 should do probably. That's gonna be our nice nesting place for our tea light here. And we can even fillet the edges here, make it easier to insert the tea light, like so. I'm happy with that. Looks good. Tea light will go in there. Now let's do the top. Now that's fine. Looks good. Now these ones are equal lengths now, the height, the frame, top of the frame and the columns. But we need to make the columns a bit higher because we want them to magnets falling off. We want them to sit inside inside the top small bit, so it kind of clicks in place nicely like that. So we'll make first extrude all the columns by 3 more millimeters, like so. Okay, and while we're at it, before we do top, since I made it magnet fit the inside, so the top and they're gonna be held together by magnets, need to make the holes for magnets, which are, my magnets here are 8 by 3 millimeters, so they 8 millimeters wide. That's how we can fit it actually. So I'm gonna make it 8.15. Add some so we can actually fit the magnet in. If you make it exactly 8, it's gonna be too tight. Probably the magnet not gonna fit. So not even 8.2, 2 millimeter clearance. That looks good. Now again, circular pattern all around. That's our best friend this time, the circular pattern function. Use it a lot for this build. Now, no, these are like this, and center point here, 4. Nice, all 4 corners covered. Okay, we do that later. At least they're marked in the right places. We can extrude on both sides at the same time when we create slots for the magnets. We have to just sketch in places for now. Now and then we can go on top again and start new sketch for the lid part, the roof, lid, roof, the top part. Let's sketch that. Now we want a rectangle. Yeah, that 120 by 120 will do perfectly, like so. Bit of overhang. Looks good. Now we can extrude the whole thing up. About 50 millimeters, yeah, and we want new component. We don't want it to join with the base. Just print it separately. good, and the body here should be the base. Let's make it in a component as well. Let's name them top here and the base here, base and frame. Now I'm gonna show you how to make the nice curved edges like here, so because we don't want it to be boxy. Now how do we do that on all four sides? Let's start the sketch here on the side, and with the spline just gonna sketch in the curve I want. Something in the effect of that, like that. Leave a bit of edge there. That looks good to me. Now we can cut this part off, we don't need that. We do that by extruding it to the very end, and that's gonna cut out the piece here. Okay, now one side's done. Now how to do all four? That's a lot of work again. So we're gonna use again the circular function. You want features again here, which is gonna be the extrude feature. Let's select Z-axis again and do 4 of them, and it's gonna cut all 4 sides evenly, like so. Wow, looks good. Now it's not finished yet because we need the place for to put the ring through. So we need to extrude this part up again. No, 10 should do. 10 millimeters, and make an other tiny slopey roof on top. Same way we did before. Okay, let's do 25 maybe. How about that? Can extrude the whole thing up again. 12 millimeters maybe, and then just chamfer the hole and the edges up here, and that should slope it down nicely like that. That looks good. I can even do 2 distance here. Maybe 1.5. Leave a bit of a lip around. Up. 2.5. Nope. Touch it. That looks good. That looks like a nice top, doesn't it? Now, can untoggle the base. We don't need that for now. Now we need to hollow the whole thing, because that's like a block. We do that by shell function. 2 millimeter walls should be perfect, like so. Now let's make the holes for our handles up here. Let's find the middle point right here. Let's make the hole 8 millimeters. Then cut through the whole thing, like so. And let's, for the symmetry, let's do the other side as well. Eight, yeah, extrude all the way through the cut function. Now, looking good. Now we need to do the ledge because there's nothing to rest the top part on to our base, because our column's gonna just poke right through. So we need to make a ledge here to rest it on and to sit our magnets in. So let's do a sketch on here as well, so we can offset even this part. Not sure how big to make it. Okay, let's do 18 for now. Okay, something like that, 18.5. Now we can extrude all the way through, so, and join it. Like so. Okay, now we're gonna need to cut again the shape of in the shape of the roof, because I couldn't figure out the other way to do it. If you have suggestions how to do it better, please write in the comments. Let others know. It's just the way I found how to do it, figure out. So we'll do that. Let's see the roof sketch here, because we need to reference that so we can cut the same shape out from this extrusion that we did, because otherwise there is no way to add the lip here. Right, let's do another sketch up here. We can project this sketch. That's gonna be our reference, and let's just sketch out the piece we want to cut. There. Let's do this extrusion first. One side. Yeah, looks good. And then we can do the other circular function. Pick this extrude function we did just now, and rotate the z-axis 4 times, and we're back where we were before. And click all the sketches. There, that looks good. Now, where is our base? Right here. Looking good. Now, where we did our sketches for our there it is. Okay, we don't need to see actually them. Let's do a more simple way. Let's start sketch on the bottom of our top. Let's try it this way. And let's untoggle it, and project them on our new sketch. So we don't need the base, we have our reference projected. Let's toggle the top. As you can see, we made a little error because our ledge here is not big enough. Now let's just which sketch was it? So we can edit it. We did 18.5 here. Let's try 20. Okay. Be negative 20. Okay. Yeah, that did the trick. That's perfectly aligned. Now we need to cut the 3mm into this now to sit the base in on the top of the base, and it kind of clicks into place. So just make kind of nesting place for the columns. So we need to offset these because we can't make it the same size. We need to make them a little bit bigger. So, okay, let's edit this sketch, the same one. So we can offset these bigger by 1mm at least. Okay, maybe 1.5. Like so, and do it with all of them. It's all around. Same 1.5mm offset. Like so, and then we can extrude the whole thing by 3mm. Maybe -3 to cut into the top part. That's how they're gonna connect the top and the bottom. Looks good. Now let's toggle these two so we can actually move the top on Z -3 like so. Okay, that should sit now perfectly in the place where it should be. How we can check if it's so, we can do section analysis and just yeah, but it's sitting nicely in the hole we made, so we can inspect. Nice clearance there on each side. Looks good to me. Now we need to find the sketch. Let's toggle the analysis where we did our holes for our magnets. Okay, let's untoggle the top so we can extrude. Let's capture position where we moved it, the top. And we need two-sided extrusion here, because then it's gonna cut our holes this way. Okay, let's do 3.1 on each side, because the magnets are 3. Let's allow 1mm clearance on both sides. You see, it's gonna cut into the column here and into the top part to create the place where the magnets are gonna be, and it's gonna be the same place on top and the bottom, like so. And yeah, let's untoggle these. Now, nice circular places here for the magnets. Let's check the top part, that cut as well. Yeah, right here. Now, to print the top, we're gonna need support. So these parts gonna be supported, and you will have to remove the supports later on. I use organic tree supports in orc slicer. It should be the same pretty much in all the slicers. Oh yeah, that looks good. Now we need to make it nicer, to add some cutout here, nice image. So let's do that. How we do that? Let's construct the plane here at the angle where we're gonna add our SVG. I'm gonna use SVG for the cutout this time here. Gonna create a plane at the angle like this, kind of match the angle here. What's the slope? Like so. And then create a sketch on the plane we just created. And then we can insert our SVG. I'm gonna use this silhouette here. Let's just position it where we want it. Scale it to the size we want. Now, maybe a bit bigger. Something like that. That looks, yeah, maybe you can move here, make a bit bigger, because we want to allow some framer here as well. Don't make it too thick, otherwise it's gonna collapse on itself. So that looks about right. Let's add it here. Let's delete the lines we don't want. Now the moon would be floating in the air, so let's get rid of that as well as these few things you don't need. Now we're just left with this, which we can now extrude right through. Okay, negative 8. That should cut right through, which it does. You can even try less, like 6. Let's try and how that looks. Didn't cut right through. Need to adjust it. Okay, negative 8 should be probably good. Cut right through. Nope, not yet. A bit more. You can adjust again. Negative 10. Okay. Now that did cut through all of it. And now we have nice design, and again circular pattern.
to apply the extrusion for all 4 sides. Like so, z-axis, quantity 4, all 4 sides the same. Like so. Oh, isn't that nice? Not too shabby, eh? We made our lantern just so much fancier. Coming along nicely. We're almost done. Let's make the tiles now that I can slide in here on each side. 4 of them. Gonna need to print 4 of them. Probably gonna design only one. Cause, it's gonna apply to all 4 sides the same. Now, the sizing, you need to figure out what was here, the size. Let's measure from here to here. That's 66. Let's write it down so don't forget. 66. Yeah, oh yeah, and it's 120 tall, so let's leave 2mm clearance, 1mm on each side, so it's gonna be 64 by 120 our tile. I hope that makes sense to you. Because it's 66, let's do 1mm on each side clearance here. And yeah, 66 minus 2, 64. And it's 120 tall, as we know from the start. Okay, let's sketch it up on the same. On the one of the planes, doesn't matter really which one. Okay, 64 by 120. That's gonna be our tile. Let's give it a bit of a frame. 3mm frame should do. Now, so it's not too wobbly. Gonna extrude it 1.2mm. Should be plenty, because it was the gap here was 1.5 we made, but this way I like to add a bit more clearance, because the vertical printing, it kind of adds a bit more material there, and then it can be very tight. So 1.2 will do. Now I need the sketch back so we can extrude the middle part of it. 4mm is see-through enough. Less and more than that. More would be less see-through. We want it still to see the candlelight. The candlelight's not very bright, so we want this as thin as possible. But anything thinner than 4, then it's too fragile and just gonna break easily. And it's 0.4, not 4. Sorry. That will do. Okay. That's our body here. We created. I can actually create a component from that, or straight away when you start extruding the frame here, just you start it as new command instead of new body, new component I mean. And that's gonna be our tile, like so. That's gonna slide in there, and let's gonna do our handle. Our handle for the top. Let's do it as well on the same plane, just on this side maybe. New sketch. sketching a circle. Not really sure how long, maybe 70, not 10, 70 mils. And then let's finish sketch. We have our circle sketched. How to make it round out into physical object. Let's make it as a pipe and make it 7mm thick. The hole is 8. No, our ring will gonna be 7. Should be enough clearance. Now, can't just print it. Well, you can print it probably solid like this, and then cut it afterwards. But let's make it print already with a split already, and then you can, if you want, you can glue it together, or it should really hold together anyway like that, and it's gonna look something like this with the, and then you can glue it together like this if you want, but it really should hold the weight of the lantern no problem, just by like so, if you just thread it through. And yeah, it should be strong enough. Okay, now we need to start sketch on the side of the ring somehow. Which I did last time was I just did offset this plane to about here, where it's outside of the ring is. Start a sketch here. Just make a line through, like so. Offset the line 1mm. Now we can close this sketch by closing the ends, like so. Turns light blue. Yeah, we can mark it and extrude it through here. That will cut it right through like that. And there you go. You can make it new component. Call it a ring. And that's about it. Our lantern is finished. Printing basically. Designing, sorry, not printing yet. Still that ahead. So yeah, for the base, you're not gonna need any support, because the arches are arching the way they are. That should not need any support. That's for the base and frame. Shouldn't need any support. For the top, definitely support. Organic supports I use, the 3 supports, organic 3 supports, because there is like, the design needs to be supported here, and probably some parts here, and 3 supports should be, if your settings are dialed in right, should be easy to remove, and these parts should be supported as well. But yeah, if your settings are good, it should be no problem to remove them. Now, the tile is as easy as it gets to print. You could print all of them 4 at the same time. And yeah, the ring as well. Don't know if ring needs to be supported. Probably not very likely. Just add some brim, maybe printing it. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, next one, gonna add a montage of me actually assembling the lantern. So yeah, and if you have any ideas what you want to see me do or create next, let me know. If you want to learn something, please let me know. Please leave comments what you want to see, what kind of content from me in the future. And yeah, let's work together. Let's create the content we actually want and need, and together. So please, yeah, if you like the video, you learned something new, consider subscribing and liking the video, and enjoy this next montage, and I'll see you next time. Bye!